Isuga. Isog yun. Sir, motor man. Kapag yapon? Maan nga naman. 105.1 TMCQ Shay and stay. December 30, the last few gasps of air. Kinatapusan ng mga ginhawa of 2024 as we inch closer and closer to the brand new year 2025 on 105.1 TMC. Ubus. Ikaw ba da?
Tapos ang yan man.
Baba, baba.
Ayaw tilaw namin ito. Tumurot kadinas na ako ng luga. Sabi ko na sa bobo.
Kape na to? Kape na to ba? Kape. Kape ba?
Ay, tayo sa buhay nila din. Ano nila kopiya?
Iprinda na, iprinda! Karon pa dito lang, ibadala ko ni Roy ng kuhan, yung kettle. Para sa...
Itong kito siya.
Oo.
Ay, ako. Gamit ang mas kasisip ko ba? Sige namin pag-ambos, tapos tinitinong ito.
Asa, layo lang ako niyo? 105.1 TMC, Art Pression, Kanindot sa Cebu!
Karoon na mo nakabantay. Now lang. But at least, you're able to discover how beautiful Cebu is. Although it's kind of foggy today. Murag medyo hanap-hanap ang akong pananaw dito sa tops. Okay, the fog is just everywhere. Just engulfing the entire place. There's like zero visibility from where I am. But I'm sure it's gonna clear up. Mo tinaw-tinaw na rin ang atong view karong taud-taud. Of course, as we celebrate the second to the last day of 2024, the year that was. And today, of course, we're celebrating the anniversary of Jose Rizal's execution, right? That's what today is, Rizal Day. That's why it is a holiday today.
Okay kayo.
Moleng! So, we're gonna talk about that. Hisgutan na to na gamay ko no, ang ato ang national hero who is Jose Rizal. Because that's a big deal, right? Today is a big deal.
Wala ka dok.
Yes, it is a big deal. Today, Rizal Day. My question for all of us, including myself, which still have to figure out. I still am in need of an answer. That's why nangutana ko ninyo. Ako ang mga bright nga mga kaigsuunan nga tigpaminaw diha. Sa tagsa-tagsa nila kang panimalay. Maing buntag ni mo, sir. Maing buntag ni mo diha, ma. Maing buntag tito, tita. Lolo, lola. Bro, sis, maing buntag. Daghang salamat sa inyong pagpaminaw sa top of the morning. Ako ang ganang hisgutan karong buntaga is, should Jose Rizal be our national hero? Right? I mean, he's been our national hero for a long, long time since the time of our independence from the Americans. I think it was the Taft Commission who was commissioned to identify and to declare who our national hero ought to be. So it naiproseso ng ilahang gipaagi ang pagpili sa ato ang national bird, national fruit, national hero, Jose Rizal. And I'm curious what you think about that question. Okay, should Jose Rizal be our national hero? Because kadaghanan sa butang sa kalibutan, I think with very, very few exceptions, need to change, right? Atong mga libro, kinang lag-update, ang atong mga ideas, kinanglan og revision, atong mga panghuna-huna, kinanglang usbon, panagsa, or kadaghanan. Kaya ang panahon manggod, naman tayo mga bagong mga madiskubrihan, natay bagong makatunan, natay bagong makitaan, nga wala na ito nakita na itong una, kaya wala man gyud tayo kalibutan unsa ta ignorante about. I've always believed in this, no? Nga kaning we are all victims of the ignorance of our time. Kita tanan, natay mga butang nga wa ta kibaw nga ignorante ta. So I think the idea that Jose Rizal is our national hero, although I'm not saying that he should not or should be, all I'm saying is let's talk about that. Let's revisit the idea. Nga naman si Rizal man ang ato ang national hero. Or is there a better person? Is there a better national hero? Another bigger question siguro is should there be a national hero, right? Let us know. Join us in our conversation as we celebrate Jose Rizal Day today. Text 0999-887. That's 0999-887-6070. Or you can join us in our chat group at Tops Media Center. Be a hero and help me discuss this topic. Should Jose Rizal be our national hero? Let me know. And speaking of heroes, here is my personal hero as far as being an artist is concerned. She ought to be a bigger star than she is. I am talking about this multifaceted designer, writer, and singer, Kate Torralba. This one is called Under My Stars on 105.1 TMC.
Ang pinakasubuan ng radio station sa Tibok Kalibutan. 105.1 TMC, the best of us. 105.1 TMC. Our mga Lisay Tasugbo today is
Should Jose
Jose.
Rizal be our national hero, or should we even have a national hero? Let me know your thoughts. Text 0999-8876-070. You can join us on our chat group at Tops Media Center sa YouTube. You know, I had a chance to talk to Kate Toralba for hours during our Boxed In episode last weekend. And of course, Kate Toralba is now based in the big city in Manila. And she was also touring around Europe for the past 7 years. Then she came back to the big city, to Manila. And, you know, when she started, she, of course, started here in Cebu. She had many bands. And one of those bands, and one of those that really got a lot of attention was this band, Hard Candy. Here she is now. I think this is still the old recording. I'm not sure, though, of that song, that hit song that they had a long time ago. This one is called Escapade. Hard Candy on 105.1 TMC. The most Cebu music.
You're listening to the best of scene music from the old to the new. Sayang kung LDR. 105.1 TMC, the best of us. Sagsagit na, okay na. I will understand. There's nothing I can do. Siguro po sa pagdapo. Kung maglilipin mo sandang ang kasing-kasing ko na galigo. Saya ako niya. 5 weeks straight na hihilagay siya. Isang tama mo, kasi galang akong napelta. Maabot na maako iugma. I'm so bobo in love. I'm so bobo in love. Ikaw mag-iwan ang akong gusto. I'm so bobo in love. I'm so bobo in love. I'll take my chance, paabot lang. Wala na naglibog ko. Why I'm so madly in love with you. Daghan may asa sa ako ang nagkagusto. Akong gitid na and it's all because of you. I'm so bobo in love. I'm so bobo in love. Anong ikaw mag-iugang akong gusto. I'm so bobo in love. I'm so bobo in love. I'll take my chance, but I'm alone. So sad, but I love you so bad. Ang ugma ko di mo lubad. Pero kung saan man, di man kundi mo makitaan. Ito ang manggap pinamili sa uban. I'm so bobo in love. I'm so bobo in love. Ikaw ang akong gusto. I'm so bobo in love. I'm so bobo in love. I'll take my chance, paabot lang. I'm so bobo in love. I'm so bobo in love. Anong ikaw mag-iwag ang akong gusto. Bobo in love. I'm so bobo in love. I'll take my chance, paabot lang. I'm so bobo in love. Anong ikaw mag-iwag ang akong gusto. I'm so Bogo in love.
Romel Tuico. That was written by him and sang by Mia Marie. Atong tak na karon 20 minutos nang nilabay sa alas 9. You're listening to Top of the Morning. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice.
Okay kayo.
And my job is to squeeze more life from your day. And today is the second to the last day of 2024. Sus, grabe atong tuiga sa. Or arong tuiga, kanapa day pipila ka oras na bilin. My goodness, so many things happened in 2024. I can't even begin to talk about it. But what we're going to talk about today, though, since it's Rizal Day today, December 30, we're going to talk about should Rizal be our national hero? Let's just have a conversation about it. I'm not saying I don't like Rizal. I'm not saying I like him too. It's just that we just have to talk about it. Why not, right? Since it's his day today, I think today we celebrate his execution, December 30, a long, long time ago. Right now, before we get to that, and I'll try to read some of your comments and your suggestions on Tops Media Center on YouTube. I'd like to invite all of you guys to join us on YouTube at Tops Media Center, where we can have this conversation, okay? Also, you can text me, 0999-887-6070. Kani ang text number na to. Amo niya atong cellphone diri sa tubangan ako, 0999-887-6070. Let me repeat that one more time, 0999-887-6070. Mo ka na nga to ang text number sa 105.1 TMC. And also, you can override our playlist if there's a song that you'd like us to play that it's that wala sa atong playlist or tanaw nimo ipuno sa atong playlist. Let me know. Text me 0999-887-6070. Okay, right now here's the latest weather report. As of today, 8 a.m. December 30, light to moderate with at times heavy with occasional rains, about 7.5 to 15 liters of rain per hour. Rains are being experienced over these following areas within 2 to 3 hours and may affect nearby areas. So nag-uwan rong arong orasa sa Bantayan, Madridejo, Santa Fe, Daan Bantayan, Midilien, San Remigio, Bugo, Tabugon, Borbon, Sugod, Katmon, Tabuelan ug Tuburan. In fact, nag-uwan po diri sa atuang Tops, okay, in Busay. And I think gataligsik po pagpadung na ko sa taas dito sa Lahog, sa Banilad, sa Talamban, sa Mandaue. So it is kind of a drizzly day today, December 30. We're celebrating Rizal Day. Also, we have one more day before we count down to 25. One more day before 2025. Join us from the best view in Cebu, from 2,000 feet closer to heaven at Tops in the Tops New Year Grand
Show, fireworks, plus exclusive access to Sky 360. Book your tickets now at Montebello Villa Hotel. Call 032-256-5000. That's 256-5000. The Tops New Year Grand Countdown Dinner Gala from Tops, Montebello Villa Hotel, and 105.1 TMC, the best of us.
Tuhod, sikot, hawak, agay. Ang sakit sa lutahan, kanunay na usa ka palasanon, imailan ka na sa arthritis o joint deterioration na sagaran kung magkaedad na ka. Kinahanglan kini og kusog ug paglahutay aron makaguli mahimo ka na ni Artrisin. May alternator type 2 collagen at methyl sulfonyl methane na makatabang sa pagpadaligod sa hiniusan himsog sa atong lutahan. Make the right move. Inuba ang Artrisin adlaw-adlaw. Papalit ang Artrisin sa mga nagunang butika sa nasod. Importante ka mahinumdum ang Artrisin dili usa katambal o dili angay gamiton sa pantambal sa bisan usang matang sa sakit.
Look at edamame, karaage, kushikatsu, tempura, tonkayaki, gyoza, amiyaki, kajik, teju! Otosoba, taguro, yakisoba, okonomiyaki, sukiyaki, gyudon, teju! Takoyaki, hayashi, sobameshi, bunadon, sushi, oranikoshi, iyashirame, teju! All the best dishes from Japan, all originally from Japan. Bateju!
Kung ikaw, 50 anyos na pataas, sama na ko, taas ang risiko nga mahanap ng imong panagaw. Dakong hagi sa pang-adlaw-adlaw nga buluhaton, sama sa pagbasa, pagsulat, o pagmaniho. Ang Octane dunay routine nga makahatag og tapang sa kahimsog sa mata, makibato kini sa epekto sa glaucoma, macular degeneration o katarata. Makita gyud ang kahimsog. Mapalit ang Octane sa mga nagunang butika nationwide. Importante ipahinumdum ang Octane dili tambal o dili dapat gamitong tambal sa bisan unsa nga sakit. Samtang nagkaedad at imanaang pananaw, pinaagi sa natural nga nutrisyon. Inom ang Octane matag adlaw. Mapalit sa mga nagunang butika nationwide.
Welcome to the new year on top of everybody at Cebu's most iconic landmark, Tops. Together, let's count down to 2025 at the best place to be. Join us at our Grand Countdown Gala at the Tops event space with dinner, entertainment, plus exclusive access to the Sky 360 True 360 degree view and get the best view of the entire Cebu's fireworks celebration. The Tops New Year Grand Countdown. Welcome 2025 at 2,000 feet closer to heaven. At Tops. The Tops New Year Countdown is brought to you by Tops on the Melia Villa Hotel and 105.1 TMC. The best of us.
Listen, wake up in the morning and let the story begin. I failed so many times, but I'm back again. I suffered more pain, but I'm still the same. Cause I love this game, struggle, but I never complain. The road is kinda rocky with twists and curves. Keeping my composure, give thanks to the earth. Hoping for better days, preparing for the worst. Cause no matter what you do, always safety first. Survival of the fittest and forget your weakness. Believe in yourself and you'll see the difference. Cut all the distractions and embrace the consequences. Focus on your goal and maintain your confidence. Too much information with talents of preference. Be careful what you read, it might lead you to ignorance. Practice what you preach, practice not to preach on. Guidance and protection every day, yes indeed. Sa kalisuot gawas ang tinuod, mapagsakamit hayag ang langit. Masayang gawa ang paglaro, sa nagalisod ang panahon, makapula o magsaling. Mapatipapaw ang umma, pagkinabalay magkaiusa, mapasalamat sa mahal, mapasalamat sa grasya, kay mawili ang kamaturan, atod sa kamituran, atod sa aturan. If you know the way you're going and the roads will take you there, you gotta keep it moving even life is unfair. Keep learning and growing, we'll try something new. There's so much things to share and there's so much things to do. You gotta have faith and hope, you gotta trust yourself. Cause nobody will help you aside from yourself. Be ready at all times, be careful when you ride. Show some love and respect until the day we die. Climb the highest mountain, reach the highest star. Survive the strongest storm, just remember who you are. Spend time with your loved ones, put a smile on your face. No hesitation, relax, just in case. Close your eyes and sleep well. Tomorrow is another day, another chance to go, another price to pay. For sure, everybody can relate. Get no time for drama, get no time for hate. Hey, sa kalisuot gawas ang tinuod, mapagsakamit hayag ang langit. Masayang gawa ang paglaro, sa nagalisod ang panahon, makapula o magsaling. Mapatipapaw ang umma, pagkinabalay magkaiusa, mapasalamat sa mahal, mapasalamat sa grasya, kay mawili ang kamaturan, atod sa aturan, atod sa aturan. Looking for 70 times to get up every day. Fight for your dreams, cause it's never too late. Do what you do, whatever it takes, cause at the end of the day, it's your choice anyway. Nothing is impossible, that's all I can say. Keep your vision clear, no matter what they say. Cause it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be alright, we're gonna be fine.
105.1 Tops Media Center, broadcasting from over 2,000 feet closer to heaven. And Tops 105.1 TMC. You are listening to the best of Cebu music from the old to the new.
Sayang kung LDR.
105.1 TMC, the best of us.
Ayaw na pagdugay-dugay, pagdalit nag-anikay. Ganahan ko kitang duha, diri mo mahuway. Nagsakit ang akong lughay. Ikaw ra ang inunan. Makahilang sa kung ahap. Ako kasing-kasing kawan. Anhi aku diri sebenarnya. Kay ginaw ng kunin mo kamay. Ayaw na pagdugay-dugay, pagdaling at anigay. Ganahan ko kitang duha, dili mo pahuway. Ganahan ko kitang duha, dili mo pahuway.
One hundred five point one TMC, the most Cebu music. You're listening to Top of the Morning. I'm your host.
My name is Jiggy Juice, the artist formerly known as Jiggy Jr. Sorry. Sorry na good. We have a text here from 8735. Good day, DJ Jike G. Okay, it's Jiggy J. Okay. Shout out. Karon ang landinganon og pure liluanons. Wow, how do you define a pure liluanon? Kanang natawag yun dito, lumad gyud sa mayong bungkag nimo diha. DJ Jike, ang pangalan niya DJ Jike di ay. Happy birthday kuno ni Concordio Lauron. Happy birthday Concordio Lauron, celebrating his birthday over there in Liluan. Di lagi. Di lagi. Sisto na. Oh, di lagi. Sus, sa muka. Happy birthday, Concordio Lauron, celebrating his birthday today from DJ Jake. Oh, this is somebody else, right? What is your name, sir? Anyway, happy birthday to Concordio Lauron from 8735. You can do the same and text 0999-887-6070. Mo ka na nga to ang text number if you want to join us on the chat group. There's our chat group right now. It's up and running. I can see the video up and running. It's Tops Media Center on YouTube. And eventually in 2025, we promise to be on Facebook very soon, so you can access us even more. Because I know Cebu especially is very Facebook centric. So you guys expect us to be on Facebook very, very soon, okay? And also, don't forget, tomorrow is the day we count down to 2025, of course. If you want to join us here at Tops, especially for our grand gala celebration, you can call 256-5000. That's actually the number of Montebello Villa Hotel. Or you can even come up here and go to the souvenirs shop and get your tickets for the New Year's grand celebration at Tops, on top of everybody. From 2,000 feet closer to heaven here at Tops. Okay, and you can join us with some entertainment, some dinner, and of course we're going to count down to 2025 here. From the Sky 360, you'll have an exclusive access to the true 360-degree view of Cebu, okay? This is the only true 360-degree view of Cebu. You can see the forests sa Busay, and the other side, of course, is the concrete jungle sa atong pinalangang syudad sa Sugbo, okay? And you'll be able to enjoy all of the fireworks of everyone in the entire island of Cebu from where you are here at Tops. That's going to be super, super fun. That's right. And once again, you can call 256-5000 if you want to score those exclusive invites, exclusive tickets for the grand dinner gala tomorrow night. Okay, gates open as early as 6. And of course, if you just want to be down there at Tops, at the Circle, you can also do the same. Entrance has not changed. It's only 100 pesos. You can also do that if you like that, okay? That's
up to you. Atong tak na karon, 39 minutos nang nilabay sa alas 9. You're listening to Top of the 6070. You're listening to Top of the Morning. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice. Maing bungkag.
Your Cebu mornings just got more real. Real local talk.
You're listening to Top of the Morning. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice. Right across me is Justine Narvios.
Real local music.
March 16, 1521.
Real close to home. Top of the Morning with
Jiggy and Justine, Monday to Friday, 8 in the morning, 12 noon. Top of the Morning, only on 105.1 see the best of us.
New Star Resort Cebu celebrates the arrival of 2025 with a sparkling countdown party this December 31. Experience a dazzling night of lights, breathtaking aerialism performances, and a spectacular pyro-video lighting up the sky. For 2025, and you can enjoy 3 hours of open bar and a chance to win rapid prizes. Gates open at 9:30 p.m. Book your tickets today. Visit newstar.pa or call 032-888-8282 for more detail. Upilit daw na, pero murag na ay katagalikan. Ilan na ang mga dunay plema, isod ipagawas. Mag-Plemex 4S Serum. Ihimo sa natural na laguti, inatunaw ang plema. Ginapungan ang uho, mamati ang kahapsay sa ginhawa. Sing your heart out, basta laguti Plemex. Mapalit ang Plemex 40 Serum 60 ml o 120 ml sa mga nagnanuhika nationwide. Vitex ng 2Ls the generic name of Plemex 40. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Light up the sky, the dancing fire, fulfill your desire, take it higher and brighter. It's the fireworks we love, the magic of fire. I said fireworks we love, let's celebrate higher.
Pyroworks, with branches to serve you in Park Mall, Mandaue, in front of the parking area. Manila Town Center in front of the parking area. People Place Escario, Paseo Banawa in front of Salon de Rose. SM Seaside Mountain View, fronting Pedro Calungsod. Welcome the new year on top of everybody at Cebu's most iconic landmark, Tops. Together, let's count down to 2025 at the best place to be. Join us at our grand countdown gala at the Tops event space with dinner, entertainment, plus exclusive access to the Sky 360 true 360-degree view and get the best view of the entire Cebu's fireworks celebration. The Tops New Year Grand Countdown. Welcome 2025 and 2050. At Tops. The Tops New Year Countdown is brought to you by Tops, Montebello Villa Hotel, and 105.1 TMC, the best of us.
Good morning, everybody. Today is last day Canada. This is Edie, and this is my mother. Today we are fetching Ralph Lauren sweaters. Yeah, very cute bears. Today, last day, so we're going shopping. My favorite activity on earth. Meow. Go see sitting on a dash, you rocks. It's beautiful.
for 2025. Join us from the best view in Cebu, from 2,000 feet closer to heaven at Tops, in the Tops New Year Grand Countdown Dinner Gala for only 2,000 pesos. Limited seats includes a dinner buffet, show, fireworks, plus exclusive access to Sky 360. Book your tickets now at Montevideo Villa Hotel. Call 032-256-5000. That's 256-5000. The Tops New Year Grand Countdown Dinner Gala from Tops, Montevideo Villa Hotel, and 105.1 TMC. The best of us.
March towards the cosmos. Reach. We are Bellamore. Hi everyone, I am Fel. This is Athena. I'm Mikay. And I'm Iona. And you're listening to 105.1.
I hope Bellamore will come up with more songs, more hits this 2025.
It is now the 2 minutes after 10, 2 minutos na nilabay sa alas 10. Don't forget, it's happening very soon. In fact, we're just moments away from 2025. We're going to count down from 2024 to 2025 tomorrow here at Tops. Join us in the grand dinner gala celebration here at the fourth level. And of course, you can join us and have an exclusive look at the Sky 368 true 300-degree view of Cebu. You can call 256-5000 if you want to get those exclusive slots. We only have a few more left available for you to enjoy this particular angle of Tops, the best view of the fireworks, the New Year's celebration in Cebu, bar none. Okay? Atong takna karon 3 minutos ang nilabay sa alas 10. Ang atong hisgutan karong buntagas atong mag-anisay ta Sugbo is, should Jose Rizal be our national hero? Why or why not? What do you think? Of course, today we're celebrating Rizal Day. We're commemorating his execution and all of that. And I'd like you to have a conversation. The least that we can do to honor our national hero is to talk about this question. Okay, should he be our national hero? Why did he become our national hero in the first place? Let us know. Text us your thoughts, 0999-887-6070. That's 0999-887-6070. Maajong Vongkag, Jaws, listening to us over there in Rizal Center. Happy Fiesta, Rizal Center, Poblacion, Liloan, Cebu, from Janica Villa. Daghang salamat sa inyong pagpaminaw diha, Rizal Center in Poblacion, Liloan, from Janica Villa.
Finally, local music has found a home live on 1PMC, the best of us. Tired of the same old New Year's Eve? Then escape to Tambuli Seaside Resort and Spa. We're not just a resort, we're an experience. Imagine waking up to breathtaking views, the gentle caress of sea breeze, and the promise of a day filled with unforgettable moments. At Tambuli, we offer more than just stunning beaches. We offer exclusive access to our private cove, perfect for snorkeling and swimming in crystal clear waters. Don't miss out on the ultimate New Year's escape. Book your stay at Tambuli Seaside Resort and Spa today. Visit our website at TambuliSeasideResortAndSpa.com or call 032-236-8888. Tambuli Seaside Resort and Spa, where luxury meets paradise.
Lacto Coffee Health Alert. Ayaw patapti o sipo ng ubo ang iyong pamilya. Delikado makuha ang sipo ng ubo, kaulat man o init kung mag-apektahi ang iyong pamilya, ilabi na ang iyong mga anak ni ining mga sakita. Likong na ang ilang immune system, pinaagi sa pag-inom ng Lacto Coffee Health Drink, na puno sa good bacteria na makapalikod sa immune system sa lawas. Free your family from diseases. Pain na sila ang Lacto Coffee Health Drink and bring health into your home. Health into your home.
Welcome the new year on top of everybody at Cebu's most iconic landmark, Tops. Together, let's count down to 2025 at the best place to be. Join us at our Grand Countdown Gala at the Tops event space with dinner, entertainment, plus exclusive access to the Sky 360 true 360-degree view and get the best view of the entire Cebu's fireworks celebration. The Tops New Year Grand Countdown. Welcome 2025 at 2,000 feet, closer to heaven. At Tops. The Tops New Year Countdown is brought to you by Tops, Montebello Villa Hotel, and 105.1 TMC, the best of us. Sigarilyo
Sana all.
Yes, I hope everybody knows that. Text me 0999-887-6070. Tell me how you feel about that. Okay? Si Rizal, siya ba yun ang atong national hero? Obviously, he was chosen by the Taft Committee. Americans chose him because he was a pacifist. Dili siya nag-giyera, gubat. Dili siya nagkagubot. Of course, we were at that time in our nation's history, we were still a very young republic, and yeah, like all young republics, very moody, very rebellious, very temperamental, so they chose Rizal. But now, fast forward to 2024, sakto ba siya gyapon?
I was living in a dream, trying to forget you. Then I told myself what a fool I've been. And I look into your eyes, running off the ground. I decided not to come on strong again. You had no choice, you kept me down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But the look in your eyes, I can't read what's on your mind. Like you are, like you Wanna paint a view for me when the lights are low. Memories are racing just to fade again. When you cast a smile at me, I am mesmerized. Then you blow the whole thing so easily. You have no choice, you get me down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But the look in your eyes, I can't read what's on your mind. Like you like
Hero. Of course, we all know why he was chosen to be our national hero by the Americans. He was a pacifist, ganahan siya og way away, ganahan siya nga iyang pamaagi sa pagrebulto. Pag-revolt is through the pen, not through the sword. But now in 2024, we are relatively living in peaceful times. Should he still be our national hero? I'd like to know your thoughts. Text us 0999-887-6070, or you can go to YouTube at Tops Media Center and join me in our conversation. You can even make a comment here on this post, okay? Ang atong mag-anisay tasugbo, should Rizal be our national hero? Comment, text, or join YouTube, Tops Media Center now. Daghang salamat! Okay.
Basta siya yun natin kayo.
Di kay klaro ang atong iBats.
If you choose today, December 30 is Rizal Day. So ang ato ang mag-anisay na subo kanang muntaga is, should Jose Rizal be our national hero? Let's have that conversation all over again.
Ako na nagkuhan eh. Ako nagkuha ko ng ang kuha naman yung kaning liyo sa papel. Sulat na
Rating Rizal be our national hero? Hanapin nyo, should he be our national hero? Of course, we all know why he was chosen to be our national hero by the Americans. He was a pacifist, ganahan siya og way away, ganahan siya nga iyang pamaagi sa pagrebulto. Pag-revolt is through the pen, not through the sword. But now in 2024, we're relatively living in peaceful times. Should he still be our national hero? I'd like to know your thoughts. Text us 0999-887-6070, or you can go to YouTube at Tops Media Center and join me in our conversation. You can even make a comment here. You know? My name is Jiggy Juice today. December 30 is Rizal Day. So ang ato ang makanisay ta subo karong buntaga is should Jose Rizal be Top of the morning to everyone. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice today. December 30 is Rizal Day. So ang ato ang makanisay ta subo karong buntaga is should Jose Rizal be our national hero? Top of the morning to everyone. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice today. December 30 is Rizal Day. So ang ato ang makanisay ta subo karong buntaga is should Jose Rizal be our national hero? Let's have that. Top of the morning to everyone. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice today. December 30 is Rizal Day. So ang ato ang makanisay ta subo karong buntaga is should Jose Rizal be our national hero? Let's have that conversation all over again. we're celebrating. Top of the morning to everyone. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice. Today, December 30 is Rizal Day. So ang ato ang mag-decide na sumo karong buntaga is, should Jose Rizal be our national hero? Let's have that conversation all over again since we're celebrating. Top of the morning to everyone. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice. Today, December 30 is Rizal Day. So ang ato ang mag-decide na sumo karong buntaga is, top of the morning to everyone. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice. Today, December 30 is Rizal Day. So ang ato ang mag-decide na sumo karong buntaga is, should Jose Rizal be? Top of the morning to everyone. Sir. Ate, Tambuli, sir, bako, sir. Tambuli New Year. Paano siya ba eh?
Bako na.
Bako na siya.
Dili na katong kanina.
Oh, bako.
Mao na siya ra.
Ano, bako na siya?
Karon pa lagi daw.
Oh, karon. Hindi, hapon na siya.
Ako na na-play.
Ano to karon, mo?
Ah.
Paano siya? 10 spots na siya?
10 spots.
Pareha na siya sa katong sa
Fireworks
ba?
Ah.
Ang 31 oras na.
Ah.
Tulog ma.
Balik pa kon present na. Suot.
Oh, next year ato yung punon na niya para makakwarta na ta, para makasweldo na ta dako.
Hinahinay pero kanunay. Mudawat ba tag kulisal ka na mga pangatag episode mga herbal sa.
Oh, pwede kayo. So, di ko kinsa imong ako ko niya.
Hello
Ah.
sir.
Muna sir. Ang usa, ang usa. Ang usa. Imuha ng usa lang, inyuhan ng usa sa kwansa. No?
Sige sir.
Salamat ba ya?
Thank you, sir.
Salamat kaya.
Smith. Oh my God. Stay strong, gather it. Walking up the floor. He's got some momentum going downhill to the basket. Take down, finish. Brunson doesn't think that he's so dangerous at the rim. The defense is trying to make it a 4-point lead. And another opportunity for Benny Smith. They need more. They bump into a bucket that time. With the that's right. Bring it up. Touches exquisite.
105.1 TMC Bagani from Caraga. Atong takna karon 43 minutos ng nilabay sa alas 10. You're listening to Top of the Morning. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice. And my job, as usual, is to squeeze more life out of your day. That's right. You've been given one more day, one more round, one more take at this thing called life. Another opportunity for you to be the best that you can be. Kung sa boxing pa niya, one more round, right? So I'm here to make sure that you guys maximize every round that you're given. Today, atong hisgutan karong buntaga is, of course, today is December 30. It's Rizal Day today. So atong hisgutan karong buntaga sa atong mag-anisay ta sugbo is, should Rizal be our national hero in 2024 and 2025 in this new era? Because we all know the circumstance and the reason why Rizal was chosen, right? Of course, this was done during the post-American era by the Taft Committee. And one of the reasons why he was chosen, gipili siya kay tungod medyo malinawo ni siya, more peace-loving, peaceful iyang means of revolting. It is through his pen and not through sword. So in 2024, in 2025, for that matter, in the new year, should he still be our national hero? Kaya wa man butanggon nga permanente, giningon nila nga wala man forever, di ba? So maybe we can rethink about him being our national hero. Maybe we can perhaps talk about it again. Morang na ako diri rong buntaga. Morang na ako rin sa mo ni atong gipangutana karong buntaga sa mag-anisay ta sugbo. Should Rizal be our national hero? Why or why not? What are your thoughts? Let me know, okay? As we celebrate, of course, his life, his legacy. Today, of course, it's a holiday because it's Rizal Day today, December 30. Atong takna karon 45 minutos nang nilabay sa alas 10. Natay dako kayo nga balita pud sa in the world of the NBA, in the world of sports. Especially if you're a Lakers fan like I am. The Los Angeles Lakers has traded D'Angelo Russell. D-Lo is gone. Oh my God. The very crafty point guard D'Angelo Russell has been traded to the New Jersey Nets in exchange for Dorian Finney-Smith. According to my sources, Dorian Finney-Smith is a true 3D, is a three-point assassin, but he's also very good in defense. So, ano kinanglan good ni sa Los Angeles Lakers karon, especially with Vanderbilt still out of commission. Murag pagyapon ayon ni si Vanderbilt. They need a good defense. And I think that's what Dorian Finney provides. Not only does he provide a three-point threat for the Lakers, but he also provides good defense. So that's what just the doctor ordered as far as the Los Angeles Lakers are concerned. The Los Angeles Lakers send not only D'Lo Russell to the Nets, but also send Maxwell Lewis and 3 future second-round picks to Brooklyn as part of the deal for Finney-Smith and Shake Milton. So this is going to be very exciting if you're a Lakers fan. Of course, D'Lo last season was the second highest scorer, but I think his role has been reduced in this new season, the 24-25 season, especially with Austin Reeves just elevating his game. In fact, just yesterday when they defeated the Sacramento Kings, he had a record 16 assists, which what D'Lo provided, but not to some extent the level that they wanted him to provide. So I think Austin has already stepped up, not just his scoring, but also his playmaking. So I think that makes D'Lo's role obsolete. So that's why he was traded. I think I'm trying to make a rationale nga nung trade siya to the New Jersey Nets. And the Los Angeles Lakers needed some more defense because I think that's the biggest hole. Mo na pinakadako nga panginahanglan sa Los Angeles Lakers, somebody who can play tough defense. And I think Vanderbilt was that player, but unfortunately hasn't played a single game yet this season. So I think that's what Dorian Finney
Smith provide. So I'm pretty excited for the Lakers on this trade. Atong takna karon, 48 minutos ang nilabay sa alas 10. Join me in our conversation about the basketball, about Jose Rizal. Today being Rizal Day, of course, we're celebrating Rizal Day today. That's why it's a holiday today, December 30, as we inch closer and closer, of course, to 2025. That's right. Happy na yung 2025. Happy na yung mahuman ng 2024. What a tumultuous, a great roller coaster ride 2024 was, right? And we can't wait to get rid of 2024 and move forward to a brand new clean slate 2025. Of course, here at Tops, we're going to have a celebration. If you want to join us in our celebration at Tops, here at our grand gala celebration, and get an exclusive access to the Sky 360, a true 360-degree view of Cebu, call 256-5000 and get your exclusive seats to our dinner gala with entertainment. And, of course, you get to do an exclusive look at Sky 360, a true 360-degree view of Cebu, and enjoy the best view of the fireworks from 2,000 feet closer to heaven here at Tops. And we'll have some drinks as well. We're going to get drunk.
Drunk on your love.
Just a little bit.
I would do anything for you. It's still about anything for you that I could afford. Drunk on your love. Like a crack
.1 TMC, the most Cebu, more than ever in 2025, in the new year, we're going to go local, vocal, and ready to go global in 2025 on 105.
Hey, morning! Huh? Morning, how you doing?
Good, sir. I like your outfit.
Outfit?
Yeah.
You're listening to the best of scene music from the old
Naka-film na ka, sir?
What?
Naka-film na ka, sir?
Film?
105.1
Film what?
TMC, the best of
You're
us.
really...
What do you say, bro?
Naka-film na ka.
Bold questions, right?
One more day before 2025.
Join us
from the best view in Cebu from 2000
Asa ang microphone mo?
closer to heaven at Tops in the Tops New Year Grand
Countdown Dinner Gala for only 2,000 pesos limited seats. Includes a dinner buffet, show,
Cody Cordelia, bro. Cody Cordelia.
access to Sky 360. Book your tickets.
Tell him your name. Your name. You're spelling your name, but I can write it here.
256-5000. That's 256-5000. The Tops New Year Grand Countdown Dinner Gala from Tops, Montebello Villa Hotel, and 105.1 TMC. The best of us.
Alang sa mga liver lovers, Liberate lang gihapon. Liberate Silimarine Capsule. Liberate inubanan sa diet o exercise. Matag-adlaw. Liberate Silimarine Capsule. Be a liver lover. Pag-liberate na. Malagang palala ang Liberate na hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin gamot sa namang uri ng sakit. Alang sa mga liver lovers, Liberate lang gihapon. Liberate Silimarine Capsule. Liberate inubanan sa diet o exercise. Matag-adlaw. Liberate Silimarine Capsule. Be a liver lover. Pag-liberate na. Malagang palala ang Liberate na hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin gamot sa namang uri ng sakit. Star Resort Cebu celebrates the arrival of 2025 with a sparkling countdown party this December 31. Experience a dazzling night of live music, breathtaking aerialist performances, and a spectacular pyro musical lighting up the sky at midnight. For 2025 net, you can enjoy 3 hours of open bar and a chance to win raffle prizes. Gates open at 9:30 p.m. Book your tickets today. Visit newstar.ph or call 032-888-8282 for more details.
Wakame, edamame, karaage, kushikatsu, tempura, tonkayaki, gyoza, amiyaki,
But
kashi,
that's her.
soteju.
It says here na Rizal is Rizal's contributions to Philippine nationalism can be attributed by his ultimate sacrifice, which causes the initiative of freedom that makes a strong case for his importance as a national hero. However, it is crucial to recognize the concept of national hero is complex. Then, ultimately, Rizal was not known to be a revolutionary leader. Unlike most Filipino heroes, Rizal did not lead an armed struggle for independence. However, furthermore, he also argues that Rizal's elevation as a primary national hero was influenced by American colonial authorities and so-called propaganda through preferred non-violent approach. And there is a lack of proclamation. Interestingly, there is no official law or proclamation explicitly naming Rizal as the national hero.
360-degree view and get the best view of the entire Cebu's fireworks celebration. The Tops New Year Grand Countdown. Welcome 2025 at 2,000 feet closer to heaven. At Tops. The Tops New Year Countdown is brought to you by Tops Montebello Villa Hotel and 105.1 TMC. The best of us.
Oh yeah, it's one more day before we count down to 2025. And live in the studios of 105.
And it's me, Jiggy Juice, for Top of the Morning. We have our special co-host for today in lieu of Justine Narvios. We have Cody Cordelia. Good morning, Cody. Good morning, Cody.
Very good morning.
Very good morning.
Yes.
Kamusta man ka diya, bay?
Kara boss, kanang kuan.
Boss, I really hate that word.
You really
man.
hate that?
I really hate that. That is so patronizing.
Is it?
When you call somebody boss or sir, that's very patronizing. Please don't do that again, okay?
Okay,
and
I won't.
don't do
I
that
won't,
not
Jiggy.
only to me, but to anyone. Just call me Jiggy, okay?
Okay, all right.
Don't call me
Jiggy.
boss. All right?
Sige, noted, Jiggy.
So, kamusta man? How's your post-Christmas holiday season? I know that you spent your Christmas alone, right? I mean,
Yes.
what I mean by that is that your family, your mom and dad are not in town in Cebu,
No,
right?
they're not.
And Cody Cordelia is, of course, I'm sure you had friends over. I mean, like we had coffee a few days ago as well with Vaughn, my son, and your classmate, and all of that stuff. But how does it feel like when you're alone with your you're not with your mom or your dad? And you celebrate Christmas Day. Is first of all, is that a big deal to you that you're not in your hometown, which is if I'm not mistaken, Bukidnon, right?
Yes.
Or somewhere there, and your mom is abroad as well. So tell me about how that feels for you.
To me, it is kind of bittersweet, to be honest.
Bittersweet? Okay.
Yes, bittersweet.
Anong bittersweet man ba?
Ang sige na sa Bisaya, kanang...
Tamis o tabang?
Tamis, tabang.
Tamis, tabang.
Okay kayo.
Okay kayo. Lami kayo na. In other words, mura nagwala.
Mura nagwala.
They diffuse each other's taste, right?
Exactly.
Tell me more.
So it is tamis tabang or bittersweet because I'm alone because I have a lot of things I really want to accomplish. And
Accomplish? What do you mean? Like during the holidays?
yeah, during the holidays.
So
and
what are
I
the
guess
things that you'd like to accomplish during the holidays?
well, to me, there's a lot of projects I really want to get started.
Okay.
And well, if I'm gonna be really brutally honest,
Okay.
di ko ganan mutaba inig kuan inig.
Unsa?
Kanang holidays, di ko ganan manambok.
Di ka naman nabo inigabot nimo sa mga tao nga wala kakita nimo for a long time ba? Moingon ni sila. Dako na kay si Cody, you don't want to get fat during
I
the
don't
holiday-
want to get fat.
So
no.
what does it have to do with going home? Does that mean if kung uli ka sa Bukidnon or nilarga ka sa Dubai, am I correct?
Yeah, Dubai,
Manambo
yes.
ka? Is that what
Well, based on experience, yes, especially sa Dubai.
Kuyawan ka mga amigo nimo kakita nimo for a long time nga nidako na kang mayo.
Oh, kaayo like
Okay.
kanang lain ka sa buot, like especially kanang yung mga tita, mga mama
Okay.
mo. Uy, nanambok na ko do.
Wala sila nimo.
Oh, lain kayo eh. But besides that fact, I genuinely just had like a lot of projects that I really wanted to get started.
Okay, and
I guess for me, murag, if I'm at home, if I'm with my family, I'm too lazy to do anything. So
Okay.
might as well like, start the winter season. The winter arc. That's
Okay.
what the
Okay.
brain rot Gen Z kind of call it.
Okay, so you don't want to get fat. You don't want to be called nga nidako ka, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lami kayo, lami mo kayo na mapagaon sa
Lami, bitaw kayo.
sa holiday season. Good. And you also number 2, you have some projects. So those are the only reasons?
Yes,
Okay.
actually, that's the only reason.
Okay, all right. So of course, as you maybe not a lot of people know, you're also a student, right?
Yes,
And,
I am a student.
And you're now in the, how do you call this phase? Kind of magduty na kwa. What do you call that phase in the school?
Internship.
Internship now.
Yes.
So you have no internship during the holidays. Wala.
Supposedly there was,
Okay.
but because I'm assigned to the school, so
Okay.
when there's no school, there's no what do you call this duty for me.
So
There's
kung na-assign pa ka ato sa hospital,
Yeah.
na mag-duty ka, because I think that's a very important training, right?
It is.
I mean, for you to understand and to realize and to also practice yourself nga even especially during the holiday season nga daghan kay mga sakit, di ba? Daghan kay mga piang. In fact, my mom kansya na dito siya party sa a few days ago niya
really?
na-slide siya niyang
Oh, really?
iyang shoulder murag na buno gamay. So gitawag din nila si kinsa tawag niya Dr. Von Blaze.
Oh wow. Dr. Von Blaze, asa na ka? Stat.
I'm just kidding. Gitawag niya si Von because he's already a registered physical therapist, right?
Right.
So gipa-check din niya. So gitaganan niya advice akong maghapon nanihapon mi unya gitaganan niya advice unsa iyang buhaton. I think what my mom did was iyang hot compress. My Von said it's better if it's cold compress daw.
Yeah.
Pero wala naman siya ni swell, so okay naman. I think he just needs to exercise it because there's a word for that. Nga kanang lang dili na malihok imuhang arms. Unsa tawag na? There's a term for that.
Tight?
No, there's a term for that. Nga kung dili ka, if you don't use it often, then
atrophy.
Yeah, but
Something.
they have a term for that anyway.
Okay.
So I'm sure he's going to recommend my mom to do a little bit more exercise on the arms. Anyway, so what I'm saying is importante nga maanad ka nga motrabaho ka during the holiday season because in real life in the real workplace in the nga dili na ka internship kanang actual work na yun, I think the busier people are the more holiday, the more vacation, the more relaxed people are, the harder you're going to work because that's the time when they will get injured, they'll get sick
Exactly.
and all of that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Even,
how are you readying yourself for that? Because right now you're relaxing.
I am
and you're,
way too relaxed.
You're
yes.
supposed to be on duty right now.
Well, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
December, very relaxed.
Okay.
First start of January, not relaxed.
Okay.
Because my next internship or the next month, I'm gonna be in Cebu Doctors University Hospital.
Okay. Okay.
So CDOH ako nasa Fuente ba?
Okay.
However, we have this thing or like season that we call. You know how like in January,
Okay.
you kind of call it, oh, it's my New Year's resolution.
Okay.
We call it stroke season.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. So apparently,
More
ba-
people get stroke during the holiday season, right?
exactly, because a lot of people just let themselves go and just get sick,
Mhm.
and well, we have to deal with basically all of them all at once.
Mm.
So, not excited for it.
Okay.
I have to be honest.
Oh,
Not
you know,
excited.
isn't that what you want? Isn't that what you want? That you get exposed to all of these different conditions so that you'll be ready for real life?
Of course, it's what I
So-
want.
so wait,
It's
so-
just a lot.
Okay.
It's a lot of patience, and I don't think
Okay.
my body's ready for the amount of things that I have to do. But you know what? Challenge accepted.
Okay. That's good to hear. So today, Cody, today
Yes.
is Rizal Day, right?
It is
Can-
Rizal
can-
Day.
Can you remind us exactly, unsa man gyud ning Rizal Day? What are we commemorating? Because it's not his birthday. It's not any of those. I think today, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, today is the date of his execution, right?
Mm-hmm.
Today was the day when Rizal died, right?
Exactly. So, basically, Rizal Day is celebrated for basically his death or his sacrifice to the Philippine freedom.
So today was the day.
Filipino freedom.
Today was his execution day.
It is his execution day.
Okay.
So it commemorates the life and works and legacies of Dr. Jose Rizal
Okay.
as the country's national hero.
Okay.
And again, it is to serve the mourning for Rizal and all the victims from the Spanish colonial rule back in, actually, I forgot when it was, but back a long time ago.
The year that you were born, right?
Exactly.
So I'm curious now. How many years has it been since we first celebrated Rizal Day? And number two, from what I understand, Jose Rizal was chosen by the Taft Commission or the
Right.
Taft Committee, an American himself, right? And,
Yes.
And one of the criterion of elevating Rizal into a national hero is that he was a pacifist. He wasn't. He wasn't a violent individual. He didn't ask the population to go up in arms. He used the pen rather than the sword, right? So,
Exactly.
and at that time, the Philippines was still a very young country, a very young nation, a very young democracy, and just like all young democracies, we're quite unstable. We're quite violent. We're quite
Barbaric.
excited about our newfound freedom, and we were still very young, like very rebellious, like most young things are, young kids are, young democracies, young ideologies are. We're
Right.
very excited to practice what we are, as a democracy. So morag medyo violente pa kita sana. So they chose him as our national hero. Am I right in that?
Yes,
Or
you-
am I just making this up?
No, you are definitely right about that because I think based from what you said, I guess I'm gonna answer your question, which
Okay.
is, it has been 126 years ever since Rizal Day was first celebrated.
Okay.
And you're right about it too, that the Americans were the one that really propagated that day as a way to like celebrate Rizal, as he's more of like the, how should I say this? The person who represents Filipino culture, I guess, or Filipino nationalism in terms of finding or getting your freedom in peaceful norms, at the same time not basically just not diverting into more violent, barbaric ways.
Okay,
Kato sa
okay, okay.
una na to ba?
Yeah. So those were the conditions in which we chose Jose Rizal as our national hero.
Exactly.
Right? So you mentioned earlier nga you have some fun facts
I do have some fun facts.
about Jose Rizal. Since we're celebrating Jose Rizal today, his life and work and his legacy, right? In fact, makainundum ko, I can visualize and
naay Jose Rizal nga rebulto nga galingkod siya na naay kaning Lamparilla nga sa City Hall Dapita. And I don't know if you've ever saw that. It's actually close to the Magellan's Cross.
Oh, really?
Naay rebulto ni Jose Rizal nga nagsuwat siya unya naay kaning how do you call this Lamparilla. You know, something to light up the writing, the piece of paper that he was writing on. So, you know, like Jose Rizal is being celebrated here, not only all over the Philippines, but especially here in Cebu. In fact, it's funny that we're talking about this now. I actually bumped into a person who is in charge of the museum in USP.
Ooh.
And then USP kuno has a lot of memorabilia, a lot of artifacts from Jose Rizal. I think there's the KKK flag there.
Right.
I don't know if that's part of the Jose Rizal legacy. He also has like his clothes there and the original manuscripts of the books that he wrote and all of that stuff. It actually is in Cebu. Can you believe that?
No, I could not. That's a first for me.
Yeah,
What?
so it's all here in Cebu. A lot of those,
Okay.
hundreds of artifacts from the life of Jose Rizal. I think his barong was there, and his clothes were there. His love letters to his girlfriend was there, and all of that stuff. So a lot of the ancient artifacts are actually here in Cebu. So we're actually big on Jose Rizal in the city of Cebu. So what are the fun facts that you have there aside from that I just mentioned?
Well, some of the fun facts I've researched was apparently Jose Rizal was born with an unusually large head. So
Okay.
you could say dako jud siya ulo.
Dakog ulo.
Pa-
Literally.
Literally,
Okay.
pag anak pa lang.
Okay.
Then apparently he also, I mean, I think we already know this, he's a polymath, which
What exactly? What is a polymath?
so he is a master of a lot of languages.
Aba matindi!
Okay.
Yeah, so he mastered around 22 languages.
Wow.
So that's crazy. And apparently, not only is he a flirtatious person towards his many girlfriends,
Okay.
he also had some really weird quirks, such as collecting frogs,
Whoa.
snakes, shells, and he also likes to collect orchids and butterflies.
Whoa.
Oh. He is very playful, huh? And one more, he is also, his favorite dish is actually carne asada.
What?
I didn't even know that existed way back
Carne
when.
asada. What is that?
Yeah.
What is that exactly?
Well,
Carne asada.
well, let me
Maybe
look it up, Jackie.
Do you mean asado? Or maybe you mean adobo?
I think asado.
Interesting. So those are the fun facts of Jose Rizal as we celebrate Rizal Day today, December 30, the second to the last day of 2024. You know what? Kuya Magic just messaged me.
Oh.
And he said he wants to get fat now. Unlike you, Cody, you don't want to get fat. He wants to get fat.
Hey, being fat means you're blessed. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, in fact, that's what I remember back in the day. Kanang tambuka, that's the sign of a sign of wealth, right?
exactly.
And now, of course, it's the complete opposite now, right?
interesting, yeah.
Yeah, interestingly,
yeah.
interestingly enough, before when you were fat, that meant that you had food, right? And now, when you're fat, aside from other things, of course, I don't want to make a sweeping statement, but this is not true for everyone. But now, when you're fat, that means now that you don't know enough, so that you won't get to that size, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to walk on eggshells here, but I think that is the mentality that being fat is wealth is no longer true. In fact, most of those, this is a statistic in the United States, not here in the Philippines. Most of those that are obese are actually are on the poor side.
yes.
Yeah, and most of those that who are of correct weight are those that are health conscious and know what they're doing and are more on the affluent side of
Exactly.
the socioeconomic class. But that's just in the United States. I'm not sure what the stats are here in Cebu. So yes, Robin wants to get fat. Kuya Magic wants to get fat. Maybe that should be your New Year's resolution, bro.
Gotta get some weight, man.
Yeah,
Gotta bulk up.
Yeah. How about you? Do you have any health New Year's resolutions, Cody? Because
the reason why you're not in your hometown is because you don't want to eat all that lechon. And so, is that one of your New Year's resolution to cut down on just calories or specific kind of calories? What?
Well, I want to build my body to a better tone, I guess.
Okay.
Or I just want to get bigger in terms of muscle.
Okay.
Because I've been.
So what does that mean in terms of diet?
So for me, it's focusing more on lean meat. So
Okay.
a lot of white meats, which is chicken breast, and all
Okay.
that, and rice.
Okay.
Well, not the typical white rice, but
Okay.
the brown rice. But
Okay.
anyway, diet aside, it's more on just purely gaining a lot of muscles in terms
Okay.
of working out. So the intensity just
Okay.
keeps on increasing.
Okay.
So that's really about it.
Do you think one of the more challenging things about life, not just in working out, but most things in life is sustainability, right? I mean, like
Yeah.
you can talk about that all day and maybe do it in a month or two, and then you stop, right? Sustainability, because I think that's what really is the crux in all of our New Year's resolutions. Is we don't do it long enough, consistently enough, and then we just fall apart somewhere before the middle of the year. Some even just do their New Year's resolution on day one, and then on day two, they start like not doing it anymore, right?
Exactly.
So how do you think? What's your plan in making this New Year's wish of yours? Nga ganahan ka nga, you'll get more lean and work out more. What's the plan? What's the battle plan?
Well, the battle plan, Chiki, kay inani siya. Dapat detailed kayo.
Okay.
So,
Well, that's a problem right there, right?
Yeah.
Because if it's too detailed, if there's so many things you need to remember, then it becomes more difficult, right? So I'll revise the question
Sige.
for your sake. Okay, what's the simple way to be able to do this one sustainably, for the
Sustainably.
entire 2025? How about
All
that?
right.
How about that?
okay.
Is that a better question?
I think that's a better
Okay.
question. Because I'm a very gubot kay ko na tao.
Yeah,
Anyway.
exactly. That plays to your strengths even more, because since you're gubot na tao, you need things to be simple, right?
Exactly.
So that means you don't have a lot of things to remember because you don't organize. You're not very organized, like you said,
I'm
right?
not very organized.
Yeah. Okay.
So, for me, to make it really simple,
Okay.
first off, I didn't want to start sa January 1st.
Okay.
Muna ang pinaka-dako kay na misconception.
Okay.
So, I wanted to start earlier
Okay.
2025. So, I started December 17
Okay.
and kept on going on to now.
Okay.
Then, one of the ways to keep it going is para mo set ko specific time on each day
Okay.
na kanang wala joy makakuha or walay makadistract.
I think that's a recipe for the disaster, because you all know that when you plan something as strict as that will definitely there's always something that could
possibly
go wrong, right? So I think if it's so strict on a specific time of the day and something comes up, right? You know, because there's always something up, right?
There's always something up.
So don't you think you should be more how do you call it?
Relaxed.
Not the word is not relaxed. The better word is more flexible. Not relaxed, but flexible. That if something goes on, something is up in this particular time, then you can do it in some other time, but still on the same day.
Well, that's fair. I guess I should be more flexible, especially January.
Yeah.
It's coming on, so it's very busy.
Yeah.
But
Because you'll never know, right?
You'll never know, yeah.
That's really the mistake, I think, of most people, is that they make like really stringent and strict and very mechanized rules that if something happens to this specific day, then all the plans are off.
well, yeah,
Right,
that's fair.
Yeah.
But I would like to counter argue
Go
that
ahead.
I think for me personally, I think it's better for me to be more strict about it, because if I let it become flexible, maybe it becomes too flexible to the point I become complacent.
Yeah.
So what I do, or what I did for me, is I specifically chose a time that nothing can ever disrupt it.
Okay.
At least I hope so.
Okay.
Which is 4 in the morning.
Okay.
So 4 in the
Wow.
morning,
Oh my
I go to
God.
the gym.
Oh
And
my God.
So I think something will have to go in that case, right? Because now you're cutting into your hours of sleep, right?
Exactly.
So that's going to be very, very messy. We're going to talk about that some more in a few moments, okay?
Okay.
Every time I wake up in the morning.
Get a lot of sleep then.
Well, no,
What
I'm
the
gonna
fuck,
I'm
man?
gonna sleep like 9 or 10.
What?
Yeah. So 10 to 6 hours.
10 p.m.
Yeah.
to 4 a.m.
Yeah, 6 hours. 10, 11, 12.
But you're gonna have, but light is you're gonna sleep 10 a.m. too.
No, 10 p.m. 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. Just like that. But obviously, I'm gonna take some
Yeah,
naps.
but the studying, what's gonna happen to that? The studying time is gonna cut into that for sure. You're gonna sleep at 2 a.m. and then you're gonna go to the gym at 4 p.m. That's not gonna happen, man.
No, that's the thing. I'm gonna cut off the study.
Okay.
Simple.
Because that's a problem. Not sleeping.
No, one thing I learned, the more I study to the point where I barely get any sleep, can't answer shit. So I might as well study intermittent.
That's why lagi. That's why lagi. So you're gonna have to study more so that you'll have sleep, right?
Yeah, I mean, not in like one day only, like in more days. So like,
Anyway.
well, that's the plan. You know?
So I think one of the best characteristics of adherence is really simplicity, right? Right? Because they can see you even though if you're
Yeah. Sorry.
you met Sean, ba? Yeah.
Oh yeah. What time should can I join users sa 131st na show din?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Of course, yeah.
That's Kuya Magic right there. Is a broken arm?
Yeah.
What happened?
Fell off his bike. He fell off his bike. Hey, Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year. Anyway. How's that?
Listening to you guys. Oh, thank you.
105.1 TMC, the most.
Cebu music, top of the morning. I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice.
We got Cody Cordelia.
Can you hear yourself, by the way? I think your headphones were not. Is it on?
Yeah,
Okay,
I can hear myself
good.
now.
Don't forget, you can join us on YouTube at Tops Media Center. Okay, just go to YouTube and search Tops Media Center. We're there, Cody and I. Also, you can text us 0999 887-6070. Atong gisgutan kanong buntaga sa atong mag-anisay ta Sugbo is should Jose Rizal be our national hero? I was making a point earlier, Cody. The time in which we chose Jose Rizal as a national hero, because, like I said, we were still a very young democracy. We were still a very young nation at that time, and like all young nations are, like all young republics are, like all young ideologies go, they always are very rebellious. We have a lot of stops and starts. We have a lot of it's a roller coaster ride, right? Because we're still trying to figure out ourselves, and I think it was appropriate to choose somebody who was a pacifist. Ganahan siya og peace, di siya ganahan og kagubot kay gubot man ta atong panahon na, di ba?
Exactly.
So karon in 2024, we're really living in relative peace times, right?
Right.
And I think it's important to just revisit the idea. Is he still our national hero? Can he still represent us and all of that stuff? Anyway, what's can you search for this, Cody? What's the idea behind a national hero? Why do we have to choose one national hero? Why can't we have like 10 national heroes, right? Because I think the decision-making process of pagpili na tog national hero at that time was based on mostly people from that area, right?
Exactly.
From a lot of influence from the Americans as well, I'm sure, right? And wala kahit it wasn't a kind of effort to really have our islands represented, right? It was really more on Luzon, more of people in the United States and in Manila. So, what's the definition ng national hero? Do you have a definition? Because it's important to define things. When you talk about things, I think first and foremost, so delete ang mga saag sa atong pag-discuss ani nga topic or any topic for that matter. I think definition of terms is very important. So, unsa may definition ng national hero, Cody?
Well, the definition of national hero is this is the exact definition.
Okay.
So it is the concept of a national hero through the Philippine history serves as the purpose of reflecting and changing societal values of a certain nation. And specifically for the Philippines, Rizal as a symbol of the national heroism of
Okay.
the Philippines Revolution
Okay.
signifies a candidate for peaceful and as well as what do you call this? Peaceful and sacrificial? Is that the right word? Peaceful and sacrificial
Okay.
representation of our Philippine democracy.
So that's the definition of national hero, but I'm talking about in a more general sense.
in a general sense.
Why is that? Why do we have to choose? Because I think, Mango, that's a very
American thing, right?
It is a very American
Americans,
thing.
the Americans have their national bird. I think they've already changed it now. Just recently, I think
Did they?
they changed it to the bald eagle.
Oh, I thought
I
it was,
think
okay.
yeah. So I think that's a recent change now, and I think
Interesting.
So that means that you can actually change whatever it is. It's not set in stone. Nga mausap pag yun na diya atong mga national figures, right? National symbols, right?
It is. It can be changed.
So
yeah.
unsa may definition ng national hero exactly? Not just in the Philippine context, but in the context of the world, maybe. Like what's the big idea behind choosing a national hero? I can imagine, it's something that represents the particular nation or the particular tribe, and it also maybe perhaps inspires the people in that tribe or in that nation to do whatever it is that the national hero, the symbol of nationalism in a person, did back in the day during his life, right? So how do you define a national hero exactly?
So it says here, generally, a national hero is a person that is recognized for their contributions to the growth and development of a certain society.
Okay.
For their courage, achievements, and noble qualities. So if you put it into understanding nowadays, or you could say contemporary and understanding, the idea of a national hero is not limited only to a single figure, but someone who encompasses multiple individuals who have contributed significantly to the nation's history and identity.
Okay.
So such concept has been expanded to include not only revolutionary leaders, but also cultural icons, intellectuals, and individuals who have made very notable contributions to the country in various different fields.
Okay.
Again, there are ongoing debate on who should be designated as to be the national hero
Of the Philippines.
as there are no formal legislation enacted to proclaim specific individuals to be as such.
Yeah. So I think that's a very important point. We should update our national figures, I think.
Right.
That's very important. And I think nothing is ever set in stone. I mean, nothing is set in stone, right? And time, new information, new discoveries will change that. In fact, I was just listening to a TED talk of one of my favorite authors, the guy who wrote A Tipping Point and many other books. I forgot his name. How can I forget his name? Gee whiz. Malcolm Gladwell, right?
Okay.
Yeah. He has so many books. And one of the things that he said was that every book should have a disclaimer telling the world, telling the new readers of that book that this was my belief, this was what I believed, and this is what is true to me at that time.
That moment.
And at that moment. And I did not have the full picture because, I did not, I wasn't there in the future. So I think that also applies not just to books, but also to our national heroes, right?
Exactly.
And our national figures. I think times have changed. Jose Rizal was a perfect hero because he was a pacifist in a very tumultuous time in the nation's history. But karon nga medyo we're living in relative peaceful times. I think we have to think about that again. Is he still the hero for us, right? And would you happen to know, based on your research there, kinsa may mga other candidates? Because I know that Apolinario Mabini was one of those, and Des Bonifacio was one of those. So there were so many deserving heroes of the Philippines that could easily have been our national hero instead of Jose Rizal, right?
That is very much correct.
Kinsa pa maning, who are the other names that were floated? There was Cody Cordelia, one of those.
Oh, what?
Or maybe even Jiggy Juice.
Aba, matindi!
Wala pa ba?
Wala pa na update.
Wala pa na update nila.
Mao na sakto pa na
siya.
update.
Kay kibaw ko nga kani si Jiggy Juice ug si Cody Cordelia pakahiro kay nisto na, di ba? Pakahiro.
Pakahiro kayo. Mo dyan ang sakto.
Sakto nga word, di ba? So unsa man kinsa may mga kandidato sa National Hero?
So we have three from the old generation. The old timers.
Okay.
So we have Andres Bonifacio, of course.
Emilio Aguinaldo and Apolinario Mabini.
Okay.
But we also have intellectuals such as Marcelo H. Del Pilar,
Okay.
Garciano Lopez Jaina, and Juan Luna.
Okay. So those were the candidates.
Some of the candidates,
Okay.
yeah.
Kani sila mo ni sila ang mga kandidato nga gipili atong panahon na.
Atong panahon na.
So wala pa yung mga bag-o nga pangandiha nga bag-o nga mga heroes nato of more recent history nga giapil, right?
Actually, there are some.
Kinsa man?
There are definitely some women heroes now that's
Okay.
candidates.
Kinsa man, for
So we
example?
have Gabriela Silang,
Okay.
Teresa Magbanua,
Okay.
and Melchora Aquino, also known as Tandang Sora.
Oh, okay.
So we got some women candidates too. So pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
And actually, let me search up.
Ikaw Cody, like how because I know you're still in school,
Right.
and you're still actively learning and all of that stuff, and it's important. Like ikaw, does this ever come up? Did this ever come up in maybe not necessarily in college, but maybe back in high school or maybe even early in college? The kaning mga stories about national heroes and symbols of our nation. Did this ever come up? And what were the conversations that you had, and what were the lectures that your teachers gave you about this particular topic?
Well, to me personally, back in the day, I think it was 2018, we had one subject called Philippine history.
Okay.
And, well, if I'm going to really be honest.
Okay.
We
Did you fall asleep?
Well,
Is history boring for you? Because I know that I think it was Summer who loves history. I'm not sure now.
Interesting.
Was it Vaughn? I forgot now. One of my kids love history. Anyway,
Well, not.
I think it's Vaughn.
I think it's
Vaughn
fun.
loves
Okay.
history.
Yeah, I can agree. I
Yeah,
can
because
agree with that
because he
too.
was just watching. He loves the world wars, and I think we were just watching on Apple TV, like a movie about war, and all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Well, not per. I didn't
Ikaw.
really fall asleep or
Okay.
anything. It's just, it was
it
a lot more.
boring?
No,
it?
it was actually fun.
Okay.
It was just more of activities.
Okay,
rather
activities?
than yeah.
Like what?
Like one of the activities that I remember, we were made to when TikTok was still kind of booming at the time.
Okay, it still is booming actually.
Well, back in the day, 2018, it was
Okay.
still rising.
Okay, still
So-
new. Okay.
Yeah, still new. So the teacher wanted us to make a TikTok about history.
Okay.
And he also asked us to go around like the Philippines and like find what do you call this, historical spots, and we make a vlog about it. So
Okay.
that's pretty fun.
Okay.
So we learn more of if kung sakto na yung pag-ingon, mas na-learn mig laag-laag compared to actually learning it through the books.
Okay, so where did you guys go? Like, where did your history teacher take you to the museums?
We went to some museums.
Did you
yeah.
go to the Casa Gordo Museum?
Yes, we
Okay.
did go to the
Okay,
Casa
I,
Gor-
I think Jose Rizal had some
Yeah,
artifacts there,
yeah,
right?
they did. Well, there was, yeah.
Okay.
And one of the things there, like the vlog that I mentioned, we went to different groups. So I had my own group. So we went to Bohol.
Okay.
So-
What did you do in Bohol?
We
Aside from eat calamay. Okay.
we went to actually we just went to a lot of historical, like really old churches.
Okay.
And we rented some motorbikes, and we were just like going around Bohol. That's
Okay.
literally it. It
Okay.
was pretty fun.
Why did you go? Why did you have to go to Bohol? There are so many old churches here in Cebu.
Well, our teacher wanted us to be more adventurous, so he wanted only.
Ganahan maglaglaag. Huh?
Excuse lang ba?
Okay.
Pero yeah, gusto rin kami mulag sa Bohol.
Okay.
There's a lot of people that went to Cebu na
Okay.
in terms of ano, so we wanted to go to Bohol.
Okay. So, but do you think this is an important conversation? Because I think manggod kaning national hero, national fruit, national this, national that, it kind of helps define in words, in symbols rather, nationhood, right? Like
Exactly.
to be able to identify yourself as Filipino, you have to have like all these symbols, right? Because we're big, like human beings, not just Filipinos, but everyone in general. We're big on symbols, right? Symbolism,
Exactly.
on traditions, and I think it's important to define kaning national hero, national fruit,
Right.
national language, and whatnot, so that more or less na abay parameters bitaw what does it mean to be Filipino. So kita nga mga Pilipino murag mo kwanta mo din ni atong national hero, mo din ni atong national fruit, mo din ni atong national animal, right, and all that stuff. So what does that do to you personally? Like when you know nga, do you even know our national fruit?
Well,
No, right?
no.
I-
Actually,
I
is
don't-
there even a national
I
fruit?
have no idea. Do you know our national animal, national bird, or whatever?
To be honest,
You don't know. You don't know.
I
too,
know
right?
the Philippine eagle is the Davao eagle.
Is what?
There's an eagle in
Can you
Davao.
can you Google that? Do we
Yeah,
have a
yeah, yeah.
do we have a national bird or national animal?
National animal.
Kibaw ko nga na among slingan animal kay to. pero kung national, I don't know about that. Okay, so anyway.
Okay. Wait, give
Wha-
me
wha-
one
okay,
second.
what's our national animal?
Oh, ang pangalan niya kay Pithecofaga jeffrey.
I said the national the scientific name.
Yes,
Unsa
that
man
is
yang-
the
unsa man yang-
scientific name.
Unsa man iyang normal name?
So he's named, you might not guess it,
Okay.
the Philippine eagle.
Oh. Okay. So our national eagle is our national bird, right?
Exactly.
Okay. And our national hero is Jose Rizal.
Mm-hmm.
And how about our national fruit? Do we have a national fruit?
Okay.
Okay.
National Philippine fruit. Give me 3 seconds. It's the mango.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I love mango.
Mango di ay.
Manga.
So ikaw ba like ina na nga kibaw na ka unsa ang imong national fruit or national bird, national hero? Does that do something to you? Does that change? Does that sort of recalibrate any thoughts and ideas that you have? Does that do anything to you?
Well, to me,
I'm curious.
not really,
Okay.
because I think to at least us Filipinos, we're really ingrained to be very nationalistic.
Okay.
So
you think so? You think so?
I believe so, because
But
like,
why is it that there's so many Filipinos who go abroad, right? Well, one of the things that I noticed, because I was just watching this this YouTube video about a bunch of Singaporeans,
right?
was that most of the Singaporeans who leave Singapore actually go back. But most of the Filipinos who leave the Philippines actually
They
never come back, right?
Exactly.
Bisita, magbalik-bayan na they actually stay there.
Mhm.
So that's one of the main differences of the Filipino and the Singaporean. The Singaporeans, when they go to school abroad and they work there for a few years, but whatever they learned in Singapore, they bring it back to the nation that they were born in, which is quite significantly different from the Filipino. When they leave the Philippines, they never come back.
Exactly.
Right?
It's one-way ticket out, basically.
Yeah. So when you're saying that we're a very nationalistic people, that's just a small sample size of the contrary, right? That we actually want to leave.
Well, yes,
the
that is
country.
very true.
Yeah.
But to me, at least from what I've observed, a lot of us, especially, when we see like icons in the Hollywood or in
Okay.
social media or
Okay.
basically
Okay.
any big media,
Okay.
we get very, very supportive. Like, oh my God, that's a Filipino. Or like, there's this meme saying, "Uy, Philippines." Like that kind of, when I inana na meme ba,
Okay.
"Uy, Philippines."
Okay.
Like that kind of.
Philippines. Okay.
Yeah, so it makes, at least to me, it makes it seem more nationalistic for us, because
Okay.
we find a Filipino representing us, or like even if he has Filipino blood, or he or she, we get proud of it, even though sometimes, I'm not gonna throw some shade, but sometimes some of them don't really recognize themselves as Filipino.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think to some degree there is some form of nationalism, especially to a lot of second generation Filipinos who were born in the United States,
Okay.
who try their best to be more embracing to their culture, and whenever they find out, or like when they learn more about the Filipino culture, they
Okay.
get really proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
and that's based from a lot of experiences that most of my friends are from CDU.
Yeah, who are now abroad?
No, who are from abroad and who's going to school here
Okay.
in CDU or in
Yeah,
Cebu
because
in general.
I think also there's also a tendency. I don't know if this is related to what you just said. If you leave your country, if you leave your nation, you miss home so much. You become quote unquote more nationalistic because
Yes.
you're already away from home, and
Exactly.
people have a tendency to bring their traditions to their second home, to the a place which they migrated in.
Exactly.
And they say nga, ang usa kuno sa pinakadakong advantage kuno sa Filipino compared to the other nations in Asia is that we were colonized by the West. The Spaniards colonized us, the Americans colonized us. Of course, there was also the Japanese, but only for a few years, right?
Right.
So kita, as a people, we're more ready for the world.
Exactly.
We're more ready for the West.
We're
right?
more adaptable.
We're more adaptable. So mo na siya kunong rason nga nung ang mga Filipino manglarga ang daghan nato not kadaghanan but a lot of us leave the country and that's why we're nationalistic. But we're nationalistic enough to talk about it. We're nationalistic enough to bring our traditions, but we're not nationalistic enough to go back home.
Yeah, or to
right?
stay here.
Yeah, or to stay here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that's not the majority of us. I think the majority of us stay here maybe because they don't have any opportunities. Number one,
That's true.
I think that's true because it costs a lot of money,
And you need connections there too.
And number two, of course, some of us are probably
Contented.
not, the word is not contented. The word is everybody's here. Like they probably can't stand being away from home.
That's true.
Right?
That is
Bahala
actually
na
true.
ning bahala nagsaging basta labing. You know what I mean?
Is
And
exactamundo.
so some of us who have the intestinal fortitude and the strength to leave home and start from scratch are able to leave, and those who have the resources. And of course, those that are doing well in the Philippines, of course, they'd rather stay here than go abroad
Exactly.
as well, right? But I do know a lot of families who are very well to do and still decide to leave the country and all of that stuff. So, but we're talking about this in the context of Rizal Day because I think nationalism is an important conversation. When you talk about Rizal, you can't talk about you can't not talk about nationalism as well,
Exactly.
right?
He is the symbol of nationalism, at least to
Yeah.
a lot of people.
What
or a
was-
lot of history
what was
books.
that quote that he made about you'd rather have a leader that is Filipino compared to be led by a foreigner? What is that? He has a famous quote, right?
Wait, let me find
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
It
let's-
says here.
You'd rather have a Filipino run the Philippines and run like it's hell than or something like that, right?
I think this is the closest one I can find.
Go ahead, sir.
I think it says, he says, I wish to show those who deny us patriotism that we know how to die for our country and convictions.
Okay.
I think that's it.
That's not the quote that I was looking for, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a good one too. As we celebrate Rizal Day today, December 30, with Jiggy Juice.
And Cody Cordelia.
On 105.1 TMC, the best of us. Come on!
That's another one kanong
Tired of the same old New Year's Eve? Then escape to Tambuli Seaside Resort and Spa. We're not just a resort, we're an experience. Imagine waking up to breathtaking views, the gentle caress of sea breeze, and the promise of a day filled with unforgettable moments. At Tambuli, we offer more than just stunning beaches. We offer exclusive access to our private cove, perfect for snorkeling and swimming in crystal clear waters. Don't miss out on the ultimate New Year's escape. Book your stay at Tambuli Seaside Resort and Spa today. Visit our website at tambuliseasideresortandspa.com or call 032-236-8888. Tambuli Seaside Resort and Spa, where luxury meets paradise.
Kung ikaw, 50 anyos na pataas, sama nako, taas ang risiko nga mohanap na ang imong pananaw. Dakong hagi sa pang-adlaw-adlaw nga buluhaton sama sa pagbasa,
Oh my God, what the
pagswak,
heck?
o pagmaniho. Ang opting
Oh,
dunay
I
opting
just got
nga
my
kahatag
scores.
tabang sa kahimsog sa mata,
Yes.
pakimbalo
Very
kini
good.
sa epekto sa glaucoma,
Very good.
macular degeneration o katarata.
Kasay.
Makita gyud ang kahimsog.
Oh, that's-
Mapalit ang opting sa mga nakunang butika nationwide. Importanteng pahinumdum ang Octane dili tambal o dili dapat gamitong tambal sa bisan unsa nga sakit. Samtang nagkaedad at imana ang pananaw, pinaagi sa natural nga nutrisyon. Inom mo Octane matag adlaw, mapalit sa mga nagpunang butika nationwide.
One more day before 2025. Join us from the best view in Cebu from 2,000 feet closer to heaven at Tops in the Tops New Year Grand Countdown Dinner Gala for only 2,000 pesos. Limited seats includes a dinner buffet, show, fireworks, plus exclusive access to Sky 360. Book your tickets now at Montanelli Villa Hotel. Call 032-256-5000. That's 256-5000. The Tops New Year Grand Countdown Dinner Gala from Tops, Montanelli Villa Hotel, and 105.1 TMC. The best of us.
What do you mean sila?
I guess in a restaurant yung
Ganda, okay?
I really wanna try one of these things.
You're gonna stay here?
Siguro.
You're gonna stay here?
I don't know yet. Do they have good food here?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Say something, bro.
Hi. You know the national animal of England is a lion.
There's a lion? Wow.
Could you imagine that?
Dude, that's hardcore. We have a.
You don't even have lions in England.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Sige na, padayon ta. It is now 12:03, and look who's here, fresh from his injury. We have Kuya Magic. Good morning, Kuya Magic, or good afternoon, I should say.
Good afternoon, everyone.
You have been out of commission for such a long time. People are getting worried. Maybe you can give us the update on Kuya Magic. How are you doing, Kuya Magic?
Yeah, I'm still in a lot of pain. Actually, I'm going in for an operation. Actually,
Oh my
now.
God.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
really?
it got a lot worse. So-
Okay.
But the good thing is that once you have the operation, you can move your arm again pretty much the next day. So
What?
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, because they so I had an accident on my motorcycle. Be careful out there. And if you haven't noticed the little accident board on the way up, yep, that went up by one because that was me.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So what part of the accident happened in Busai, right?
Yeah.
What part of Busai was this?
It's the restaurant that overlooks the city just before you make the turning into Tops.
Oh, is
On
that
that
is this
corner.
Balay? The Balay? Balay
Yeah,
sa
on that
Busai.
corner.
Okay.
So-
What about because we need to know what to avoid next time, and we won't happen. It won't happen to us the same way it happened to you.
Yeah, well, I wasn't going fast. I was going uphill. I was coming to work, and yeah. So there was a lorry parked on the right hand side.
A what?
A lorry,
What's
like a truck.
Okay, a truck.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had to get into the middle, and then my bike hit the yellow line. You know, the slippery yellow line that's always in the middle.
Oh, okay.
And then there was also some water on the road as
Okay,
well.
so
So as I turned, I just slipped and
So you
slide.
you were not trying to make a break.
No, I just turned and the bike went.
Oh, okay.
Just slithered away like.
Slid
So,
like,
so I guess the lesson here to be learned is to be careful from if you see a yellow line.
those yellow lines. I'm sure you guys are familiar for those motorcyclists
Okay.
that have a motorcycle. I'm pretty sure you know that yellow line is very slippery, and
Okay.
even if you go over it when you overtake, you can feel your bike wiggle a little bit.
Okay.
Just don't turn on those things.
Well, is it because it's new paint or no? Yellow lines are really always
It's just
slippery.
it's just because it's very rare that it gets driven on, so it's always very smooth.
It's the
very
smoothest
slippery.
part of the road.
There's no grip on the yellow lines.
Oh, okay.
And I've always had that experience. Every time I drive over them, it's like, it wobbles a bit.
Okay.
And then I wouldn't have thought that would be my demise.
Oh my.
Demise is too harsh of a word. So when you fell, I'm curious what happened. Like how did you end up breaking or fracturing your right arm?
Well, actually, when I came off, I fell off in a place with no cellular data. So I was a bit in shock. So I just managed to get on my bike again.
Okay. Oh my God.
And ride the tops where I
I
collapsed and they come and rescued me.
Okay.
Oh wow.
And then after that, I got driven to Chonghua, and then that's when they found out I had a broken shoulder.
Okay.
And they said you don't need an operation because it's just like it's just moved a little bit.
Okay.
But ever since I had it, it's still painful after my second week. So I am gonna opt for operations. So
Okay.
they can put a plate in there.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
then I
like a
can
metal
run.
plate?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I can
Does
move
that
my
mean you'll
arm.
have problems getting inside the airports and the hotels because it'll make a
I don't know,
sound?
actually, there's another guy here who works up here in Tops. His name is Merle from Burger Bar. Big shout out to you.
Okay,
He
okay.
also had the same accident as well, and he has a metal plate there,
Okay.
and he says he doesn't get any
Okay.
issues when he goes
Oh.
through customs. So I said, well, that's the way now. Just put parts of things in your arms and
And you
slowly
get
build it
through
up.
smoothly. Is that like you just smuggle
Yeah.
plates
So
in?
when will you have your surgery, man?
Well, I believe it's going to be on the 5th or the 6th of Jan.
Okay,
I'm just
okay.
waiting for my doctor,
so-
Jan 1.
So
Sean.
your fans are getting worried on the air that you're not on the air doing the magic hour. So tell me about when you want to do it. When's the next magic hour happening?
Well, I'm actually doing the magic hour today.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
wow.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
we're taking up some of your time. Excuse
no,
me.
It's
Excuse
fine.
us.
It's great to. I was listening to you guys on
Okay,
the way up
yeah,
about.
yeah.
My
Getting-
dream is getting fat for 2025.
Really now?
Yeah.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, because a lot of people say you've lost a lot of weight. You lost a lot of weight, but
Okay.
it's like I tried. I had like 2 McDonald's today. It's so difficult.
Okay.
My metabolism is so fast.
Yeah,
Oh,
I wasn't
okay.
gonna say
Yeah.
you have a really good metabolism.
Yeah, a lot of people want it.
Yeah, I do.
But you want to get fat this 2025. So you guys send Kuya Magic lechon and all the fat in the world, so he'll gain more
Oh,
weight.
yeah.
And perhaps the accident would have been more cushioned if you were more fat, right?
Yeah, and do you know what? I was actually. It wasn't until I came off. I got told that I wasn't allowed to be wearing shorts on a motorcycle.
Shorts.
Oh.
I was wearing because I'm always wearing shorts.
Yeah,
'cause
exactly,
It always
yeah.
gets
Yeah.
a little bit hot.
Okay.
But apparently they said, that's not allowed.
Yeah, yeah. There are certain rules, certain things you have to wear. You can't wear slippers too, right?
So if I hadn't worn, I probably wouldn't have got my wound.
Oh,
on my
there it
knee.
is. There it is.
Yeah.
Is that the wound from that accident?
Yeah, yeah. It's
Okay.
healing up nicely.
Okay.
So, yeah, just be safe out there, guys. Even if you're going slow and you think you're not doing anything wrong or whatever, just be careful.
Yeah.
Especially on windy roads.
Like on your way to Tops, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And by the way, you guys just opened this thing called the Play Fair, right?
yeah, the play fair.
Now, can you tell us a little bit more about that Play Fair before I let you go, or before we go?
Yeah, so Playfair is the
What is that?
Is an arcade, which is kind of a hybrid arcade. So we have carnival games and
Did you say carnivore games?
carnivore.
Carnival games.
Carnival.
Oh, carnival, not carnivore games.
Carnival
Oh,
games.
okay.
And so basically, like we have the ring toss, we have, beat the bar. So if you can hang on a metal bar for more than 2 minutes, you win our
Oh.
giant major prize.
2 minutes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 minutes. And then we have the NBA shootout,
Oh,
which if you get 40 points,
okay.
you win a PlayStation 5.
Really
Wow.
now? So how many seconds must you make 40 points?
So we have 40 seconds on the clock.
Okay.
So if you get one in every second, you get to win a PlayStation 5.
Oh.
And then if you get 30 points, it's a Nintendo Switch.
Wow.
Those are really big prices.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And then we have points at 25, which is our major stuffy, then 20 medium stuffy, then 15 is a basketball, and then 10 is a small soft toy. So we have
Wow.
lots of
Wow.
ways to win, and
Yeah.
that's not just it. We've got arcades, we've
Yeah.
got claws, we're also starting construction on a bar.
A bar. Like a bar for grown-ups, or bar
Yeah,
for
bar
or
for
for
grown-ups.
mocktails for kids like Cody.
So you can,
Oh, wow.
you can enjoy the view again very soon, like you could once with Tops or something.
Oh wow. can't wait for that, man.
Yeah. So come and see us. It's
Yeah.
free entry as well for all Tops guests.
Oh, okay. So, what time are the business hours?
So during the week, Monday to Friday, we're open. Our Claw Alley opens at 3, and then
3
our-
p.m., right?
Our arcade will open at 4.
Okay.
And then on weekends, our Claw Alley opens at 2, and the arcade opens at 3.
Okay, but what time does it close?
We close at midnight during the week and at 1 a.m. on the weekend.
Will you be open for the New Year's tomorrow?
Yes, we open till 3 a.m.
Tomorrow.
What?
And the bar is opening when?
The bar will be opening just after New Year, but feel free to come and join us because we do have beverages on site.
That sounds crazily
I
good.
can't wait. Thank you so much, Kuya Magic, and thank you so much for sharing to us all the tips on how to not get injured this holiday season.
And also, guys, be safe on the roads this New Year.
Yeah, because especially the kind of weather that we have, it's very misty, very foggy, very wet, right? And it's always slippery when it's wet. So those two things,
Like
the smooth surfaces,
Slippery when wet.
the smooth surfaces of the yellow paint,
Yeah.
and all the algae, all the what do you call those green things again? The lumut,
The moss?
the moss that grows,
The gamut.
those things that grow at the side of the road is very dangerous. So please, you guys, be extra careful. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Kuya Magic, he's coming up next for the Magic Hour, which we cut into for a few minutes. Sorry, all the fans of Kuya Magic. That's it for us, Cody.
All right.
I'll catch you again tomorrow for our New Year's Eve countdown.
Of course.
Excited for that.
I am thrilled.
All right. You're listening to 105.1 TMC.
The best of us.
Kuya Magic and the Magic Hour
is next. Come on. All right, bro. Thanks, bro. I'll see you tomorrow, bro.
Yes, bro. Oh, I have your Christmas gift. I just
No, you have to, bro.
I'll see you. I'll give it to you tomorrow. I need to film you when I give it to you.
All right. Is it a prank gift?
No, it's not a prank gift.
Okay, bro. Take care, bro. I'll see you tomorrow.
When are you joining us?
Tomorrow.
When are you joining the show, bro?
When?
When are you becoming part of the furniture?
Part of the first.